Hey guys, back at it. This is day 115 in my 1 year daily diary challenge. I started this, oh my goodness, in a 100-day challenge, and I have loved seeing the progress and the growth so much that I decided to continue it for a whole entire year. It's going to be a very, very large commitment, and I'm excited. I'm excited to do something for a whole year and see, what it brings at the end. Just even the point of putting my daily diaries down, which before I started doing this, I had been journaling, but not daily. So it's a good thing, I think, all around, and I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for hanging around. You can drop a comment, like, share, subscribe, and let's get into it. Day 115. So the kids are tracked out of school. They're on a 3-week break, and so mornings have been really relaxed and chill, and we kind of had a rough night last night just because of, I had a rough night. The kids did not have a rough night. I got them to bed, and I had been texting and communicating with my love, and our miscommunication that had turned really, really south. A lot of things that were said, and a lot of the things that he was expressing, it did not allow me to feel open anymore. It felt very attacking and very negative, and I definitely was holding back a lot, and I was feeling sad, and I was, just upset. So I think the way that things played out in the end, I ended up just taking the cues and saying, not that it's too much to work through, because I don't think there's anything I won't say that either, but I believe that we could have worked through this if jabs were not thrown in certain directions and words were not said that were very, very cutting. So it's an amazing thing, and I would say that this relationship has been absolutely beautiful, wonderful, and amazing, and I have no regrets, absolutely no regrets. When two people get together and they've experienced trauma and relationship hurt, and they've experienced abuse, and you both know that that's what each other has experienced, I think the way that you communicate is different, and it's supposed to be different. And when you get into arguments, disagreements, and you shouldn't go back to the way that you were treated and take those personal facts about your love and twist them and turn them and push them back onto them and use them as ammunition. So that was one big thing for me that I don't know if I can't get through it, but right now I'm stepping back because I never thought that somebody I loved so deeply would use intimate details against me, especially if they had that done to them and they knew that that was something that we've both experienced. So with that said, words happened. I retreated and ended up sending a very long thank you and gratitude text of all the things that I love and I appreciated about my love, and that I wish him all the best. Is this official breakup? In my mind, it seems that way. Can we come back together? It's possible, but it's going to take a lot of work to do that. And I don't know that I'm ready right now. It is very painful, but at the same time, it's a very big relief. Like, once I made the decision in my mind that I was going to send this gratitude and thank you text and knowingly say, I wish you all the best, and step back, I had this crazy amount of relief and peace. And I don't know if that's like a huge sign that this wasn't the right thing, that I wasn't supposed to be in this, that I was meant to step away at this time. But whatever that relief and peace is, it's something completely eerie. Like, I've never experienced that before, really, in a relationship, especially one that I was so highly invested in. And I do still love him. I do still care about him. I do still, I would love to be in his space, because ultimately he saw me and we were connected. And I really don't know what's going to happen in the days to come, but I do know that I have made my peace. I have said the words I needed to say. I have stepped away in a gracious way. I had at no point made any accusations or comments. I think I reread all of my texts over and over and over, just because that's kind of what I do. I was making sure to say, I feel, this is how I'm feeling, and my feelings are mine, and it doesn't have to do with you at all. It has to do with me, but these are my feelings. I'm feeling this way because of this. And then his texts were a lot of you're doing this, you're being like that, you. And when there's an imbalance in not seeing somebody's feelings and then telling somebody this is what you are doing, again, that was another reason for me to pull away. So just with all that, I'm not gonna linger on too long for it, but it was just a very long, tiring night. And it was a tiring morning, but I got up and I got the kids up. We are going to my grandma's house today to kind of hang out with her and help her get some stuff done business wise. So we all got up, we all got ready to go. Got in the car, got to my grandma's house, hanging out with her. Obviously, I told her what was going on, and she was feeling really, apologetic and sorry for me. And while I appreciate everybody feeling sorry for me and having sympathy, it's not like I need it, but I don't need it at the same time. I want to have that support of my family and friends around me who know, like, hey, I just want you to know that this is going on. And I am in a much better place personally to be able to deal with this, where I was not lacking in love for myself. So when I had a partner, that was just extra love. That was like the frosting and the cherry on top. I have continued to grow in self-love and self-care and expansion. And when I felt the removal of this partner, of this love, of this extra piece, it wasn't as jarring or traumatic as relationships have been in the past, because I was already a whole person. I was already in love with myself and who I am enough that when this extra piece was removed, I didn't feel the pain. As it's still painful, it still hurts, I'm still upset and sad, but it doesn't feel the same. And I love and I appreciate every moment of the relationship, and I definitely have no regrets. And it was absolutely a beautiful experience to have. But so my grandmother was there. She was supporting me. We were doing the tea business. We were getting stuff done. We're sitting down just talking about things. She has this book it's good to be king. It's all about government and democracy. And so she had this little video course, and we sat down and we watched one of them together, and it was really, really mind-blowing. And even my daughter and I had a great conversation on the way home about it. But that was literally the whole day, just hanging out with her, doing stuff at her house, having these great conversations and moments, and eating and doing business things. And yeah, that was the majority of the day. And I know I'm going to have this understanding and awareness of how much time I have now. Because having a partner, having a person with you, you do spend a lot of time investing in them and investing in the relationship, calling, texting, hanging out, spending this time, spending that time, planning things in the future. And now that that's been removed, I have noticed all of this time. And now I'm having to figure out, what am I going to do with all this time? I don't want to waste my time, because time is very valuable. So what is it that needs to happen in this extra time that's been created? What am I going to be accomplishing and moving forward and through? I definitely know that my house, my space is like a freaking tornado mess right now, because of unpacking everything from that large weekend coffee pop-up, and then also having, normal house things like dishes and trash. And so I definitely have to sort and kind of clean up, because we're having a Halloween party on the weekend, and my daughter's going to help me. I have a pop-up with my coffee business on Friday, so we got some stuff coming up. And I'm moving through this, and it's okay. And I have support and love of my family, and I have support and love of my friends, and I have the biggest support of all, myself. And I am just going to continue to expand and grow and change. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I know that there's probably stuff that I triggered and did in the relationship, and that was one of the big things that was missing with this whole disagreement. Is I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to know what I did so that I can change and grow and expand. But there was no identification of what I did. So if you are trying to learn and you're saying, hey, tell me what I'm doing wrong, and somebody's observing you and they're saying, you did something wrong, and you're like, okay, but what did I do? They're like, yeah, you did something wrong. And they don't give you an exact example of what you did wrong. You can't grow, you can't learn, you can't expand, you can't do anything. You could just keep doing what you're doing and like fumbling. So I really want to learn, and I really want to know how to change and grow. But I can't do that if my partner will not express to me exactly what I'm doing that is, in their eyes or wrong, So there were a lot of things that were pointing and leading me to this decision. I am sad, but I'm also very, very blessed and happy. I will continue to do all the things that I'm passionate about, continue to follow my excitement, continue to be here for my kids, spend more time with them, give myself grace and love myself every day of every minute, and hold space for those times when I'm not feeling it and I don't feel strong enough. So I do know that in some of the, I don't know that it was super dark, but a dark moment when I was feeling very, very just depressed throughout this last couple of days process of this stuff happening, I was really feeling an urge to reach for a stimulant, something to help cut the edge off. And I had the thought, and the thought crossed my mind, and I thought, why? Why am I going to go back there? Why am I going to reach for something to cut the edge off? I am strong enough to push through. I am strong enough to cut the edge off myself. I am strong enough not to reach for things to fill the gap, to cover the wound. I am strong enough. And I need to just keep reminding myself that no matter what, I can push through. I can survive. I can do more than just survive. I can thrive, and I can grow, and I don't know what's coming for me. I can feel that something amazing is out there. And I mean, like I always say, the universe only has my best interest. And I just can't wait to see what the next piece is. And I almost feel like a kid on Christmas that, I mean, I'm excited. I'm waiting, I'm anticipating. I have that excitement to see what's coming next for me. Just because of all the great things that have happened so far. If that wasn't the best for me, something better is out there for me. And I'm excited to see that. Who wouldn't want better things? I'm just so grateful, so thankful for all the blessings and abundances that I have, for having vitality, for having my family, for having my children, for being so abundantly blessed in all different areas. I can say that any little frustration or bump in the road is not as big as it used to be. The bumps are being less and less. It's like going from a boulder to a pebble to a grain of salt or sand. I am not at that grain of salt or sand yet in some areas, but I am still working on that and still processing and moving through. But I am so very blessed. And I'm so very blessed to have you guys here listening, hanging out. Hopefully you found some value in it. Even if you didn't, you can drop a comment and let me know what you think. I do appreciate all those comments and likes and shares. I thank you guys who have subscribed and hit that notification bell just so you can hear when my next diary drops. I am just so blessed, and I wish you guys the most amazing, wonderfully awesome, super fantastic day, and that you are blessed as well. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.